Basically, hey Kelly, how you going? So basically what I wanted to do is, look, I'm going to possibly start doing these every week, depending on how much we need it. I don't want to overtrain, but I also want to make sure as we get bigger that, we are keeping everything duplicated and making sure that we're not missing anything as we sort of sponsor down the line. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about was, bringing it back to basics and just remembering and, training down to your teams as well, that our goal is always to hit 2,500 personal QV. Now, I know some of you do more than that, and that is fantastic. But that is your goal, is 2,500, 2,500 QV. It doesn't matter how you hit that number. If you want to do all workshops, if you want to do gold bag drops, it doesn't matter, as long as you are talking to people and sharing the products, you'll hit your 2,500. Now, I posted up, some of you may have seen, I posted up the 40 faces. That is a really good way to be able to check if you're actually getting in front of people or not. Because sometimes I know even myself, like you're social mediaing and whatever, and I love social media, but that is not income producing activity. Showing what you've ordered or sharing products online, that might generate sales over time, but it is not going to be initial, activity. So when you're planning your month, you need to make sure you can say, okay, so I've got a workshop here, a gold bag, a business chat, I've got a gym stall, and all those other little bits and pieces. So I guess just be aware that, your social media is just an added extra. It certainly isn't, IPA, income producing activity. But it does help build your brand and help people connect with you, so that when specials come out or whatever, they think they're more likely to buy from you if you are active on social media. I certainly do believe that. Just don't think of it as income producing activity. So yeah, basically just make sure your diary is booked. No one ever leaves a business with a full diary. If anything can be fixed in this business, if you have activity booked, and if you need help booking activity, reach out to your upline, get them to help you. I posted up that awesome message that Joe Apiri shared with us for the nutrition. And yeah, I just think you can basically just pretty much copy that, and use that within your network. And I do like the way she put about the money back as well. I thought that was quite clever, because, we do stand behind our products and we are happy to give a money back if, people aren't happy. Okay. Now, if you are having trouble sponsoring, check your belief. So there's a few different things that we can have belief in. So there's a belief in our products. There's a belief in the business. There is belief in network marketing, so Arbonne, then network marketing as a business model, and then there's belief in yourself. So generally, belief in the products isn't a problem because most people are using the products. Hey, Claire. So most people are using the products, so belief in the products isn't a problem. Belief in Arbonne, that's something that only you know yourself, how much belief you've got there. Belief in network marketing, check yourself. Do you actually believe it? I mean, obviously I know I do because I'm living it, but where is your belief level in network marketing? And then where is your belief level that you can do it? Like, how much do you believe in yourself? And then, you're unraveling then feelings of worthiness. Do you believe that you are worth earning like a $10,000, $20,000 check a month? Like, do you think that is possible for you? So, there's a whole lot of things that sort of start to come from there. But when your belief is certain, like, people join me for a number of reasons, but, one of them is they also know I'm not going anywhere. Like, if you look at me, I am Arbonne. I am Arbonne. And people will join you because they're not worried that I'm going to leave next week and they're going to be less stranded and they've just invested money in a kit. And, they're going to be less sitting there going, oh, shit, well, my sponsor's left. Now what do I do? So people are very certain when they join me that I'm a lifer. I'm not going anywhere. And, they're going to have that sponsor with them. So they've got that security. And I guess what I'm saying is shut the back door. Like, if you're half in, people can kind of sense that and they're like, oh, well, she's enjoying it, but I don't know, is she going to stay with it? Or, when people know that you are in and you have shut the back door, not shut the front door, shut the back door, and that you are, you're doing this thing, that's when you've got that conviction. And I think that's why Brit does so well as well, because people just are like, oh my God, she's on this, she's going places, like I'm going with her, you know what I mean? So I guess it's having that conviction. So how do we get there? Oh, hello. So how do we get that conviction? Well, there's a couple of different ways. There is being in activity, once again, doing the do, building your beliefs, seeing people fall in love with these products, that's, you know, and having them reorder and getting their reviews. But the other way is through personal development. Every Arbonne, every successful Arbonne consultant will harp on about personal development. And there's a reason for that. It's because it's so bloody important. It is so important. And it was something that when I first joined, I thought it was a bit of hoo-ha and I wasn't really into it. And I am actually like I've, you know, gone around complete the other way now, and I absolutely love it and I cannot get enough of it. So one of the biggest things that changed when I went region was I really honed in on personal development. And you may think, but that's not growing my business, but just trust me, it does. It really, really does. It does. Even though it's not income producing activity, you know, learning about yourself, learning about your blocks, learning how to handle things different, learning how to look at things differently. You are open to more opportunities. It just changes things. You get at one with the universe, all that hippie crap that I did not believe in. Like I still believe in it now. Like it is, you know, the law of attraction, just everything. And it doesn't have to be massive. It can literally be 10 pages of a book a day, you know, something small, a couple of affirmations. You don't have to dedicate an hour to this, but just do something. And just, you will start to believe and you will start to see differences. Like it just, for me personally, I like to do it in the morning because it sets the tone for the whole day. It sets my intention. I don't do it all the time. I fall off track, not going to lie, especially after my birthday. I had some lazy mornings and I was, bleh, you know what I mean? But I'm straight back into it now and I feel good. You know, if you really can't do the books, get an audio, but make sure you listen to it. You have to listen to it, you know, make that decision. Like you have to, like, how bad do you want this? Like, do you actually, like, are you like, no, this, have you got no matter what? You're like, I'm going to make this happen. Okay. I'm going to read my 10 pages. Like it doesn't take long, but it's so easy not to do. Like I'm going to listen to an audio, you know, like, have a vision board. My first vision board, this is hilarious. Nick Ali was on, she'd be able to tell you about this. My first vision board, I am the least creative person on the planet. And like I said, I wasn't really into it. So I had a piece of cardboard and I got a big texter, and I wrote, I think I put area manager or something in the middle. And then I just wrote my goals on this piece of cardboard, like off a box, and just wrote my goals on there. But I used to pull it out. I've got rid of it now. But I used to pull it out because then I actually achieved all of those goals. I even had to get a dog on there, and I've got my dog, obviously. So this was before I had the dog. And I actually pulled it out, and I was like, oh, my God, I can actually tick off every single one of those. So it doesn't have to be something that you are putting hours into and making this perfect vision board. You know, like mine's still pretty basic, but I have progressed from an actual piece of cardboard. But it is important to write down your goals and to look at them daily. So don't feel like you can't start something because it's not going to be perfect. Literally get a piece of paper and write it down. Do you know what I mean? So it really does set your intent, and looking at it, you know, is important. Now, going back to like your beliefs. So most of you on here would know Victoria McHugh and Lauren Peters. You guys know who they are. So the funny thing is I'm friends with Lauren Peters on Facebook, and I was totally stalking her. I wanted to see what her ex-partner looked like. So I was like scrolling back. I know, right? Stalker. But anyway, I was just really intrigued about her. She's a single mum with like, I don't know, 3 kids now. And she's absolutely gorgeous. And I was like, I wonder what her partner looked like. So I was just scrolling through one time, and as you do. And like not much of him on there, by the way, if you're going to go have a look. But anyway, her, and the funny thing was though, and I did mention this to Britt, like her and Vic McHugh, like if you see them now, they are polished women, right? They are stunning. They are well dressed. They, you know, they look like NVPs. They look like RVPs, yeah? But if you scroll back, the photos of them at conference, they look exactly like us. They had flat shoes on, normal clothes, little lanyards around their necks. They did not look like NVPs and they did not look like RVPs. And it was a real moment for me because I looked at them and I was like, they look the same as the rest of us. They are like you look at them now and they're like, oh, you know, like they're these amazing mythical creatures with all this money and beautiful hair and the eyelashes and like they're so well put together. They were not like that. They were exactly the same as the rest of us. They were just normal chicks at a conference, and you know, they just have sponsored well. So I guess my message there is like, just know that you are worth this and you can do this and you can be one of those people. Like, you absolutely can if you follow the system. They are no different to us. They've just sponsored a couple of key players, and, you know, the rest has come as they've got up there. They've got stylists, they've got a lot of time on their hands, you know, all that kind of stuff. But they're exactly the same as us. They are just, yeah, it was so funny to see. And I did, I sent a picture through to Brit actually, and she was like, oh my God, they look so normal. I was like, I know. So they're just exactly the same as us. So if you're having feelings of doubt and, you know, you feel like you're never going to be there, or you're not quite, you know, going to be as good as them, or they're so gorgeous, or they've got this, like, they are no better than us. They are, not to discredit them, they've done amazing things, but they are exactly the same as us, and they started in the same spot. So just know we are all the same. We just have the same struggles, the same fears, and your personal development and your level of personal development is what will get you through those. But they have had the same things. They've had people leave their teams. They've had people not turn up to workshops. They've struggled and wondered if they could hit their DM bonus, all that kind of stuff. And then things can just change. And that is one of the things I love about this business. Like, you don't know who you're going to meet tomorrow. You do not know. Your whole business could turn around. One person can come in and just set a fire into your business. So, you know, that's why we say you've just got to keep going. Okay. So just, where am I up to? Because I can like talk forever. How am I going for time? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all good. All right. So creating opportunities. Now, I personally still believe the best way to sponsor people, and the reason I'm talking about sponsoring is that is the lifeblood of our business. Obviously, we want to duplicate. I still believe the best way to sponsor is to build rapport with someone and, you know, have that relationship. I find if I just randomly sort of say to people, take a look at the opportunity. Look, it may work, but generally they say yes if they know me. So just, you know, cold market. I know some of the girls like to do the Instagram cold market thing, and you can do that. And it does work sometimes. I actually think that's how Vic got Lauren Peters, just selling the vision, you know. But for me personally, I find, you know, and I don't know if you guys are the same, but I find having a relationship or building a rapport with someone is what helps me sponsor people. So take time to get to know people. And you may have heard the phrase, be interested, not interesting. Which was a big one for me because I love to talk, and most people love to talk about themselves. So it is about, you know, now I you know, make sure the antenna's up and I'm asking questions, even if I'm talking a lot. At least hopefully it's not always about me. So I'm, you know, asking lots of questions to the point people have gone, Jesus, are you a cop? Because I'm like, so what do you do? Do you love it? Blah, blah, blah. Just firing out all these questions. But, you know, take the time to get to know someone and find out what their need is. Like, why do they need the business, or why do they need the products? Are they overweight? Are they tired, got no energy? You know, are they struggling to pay their school fees? Are they sick of, you know, being at home just with the kids and want, you know, adults to talk to? You know, like, if you talk to people and you genuinely care about what they have to say, you will find, you know, where their need is and what you can do to help them. So that is literally, you know, what we are trying to do. And when you come at people, you know, with a servant's heart, that's when you'll find the right people and, you know, you'll be able to sponsor. So, you know, just a couple of different ways, I guess, you know, and just taking the time with people. Like, Celestina, I know you're amazing at that, and I know yours is all, you know, coming like all these people, because you are so good at taking an interest in people and, you know, catching up with them for play dates or whatever, and, you know, actually nurturing that relationship. And that's really important. And really, when people join this business, we are kind of like getting a new bestie, you know what I mean? Like, you do want to be with people that you want to spend time with, because we've got such an amazing culture and such amazing people that we do want only really good people. So I guess you kind of, you know, we want to preserve that culture and have good people in. So getting to know them and building that relationship is quite important. If you feel like you are struggling to find people, find something that you are passionate about and, you know, like start a new class of something. So for me, I love the gym. I'm a PT. I'll go to a new gym or a new CrossFit class or something like that. That's authentic to me, and that's where I will meet someone. If you are into, I don't know, like what have I got here? Oh, if you love dancing, start a new dance class. If you wanted to do salsa classes, go and do salsa classes. If you love cooking, do a cooking course. Meet people at a cooking course. You know, you want to find people that you can gel with and that you have like-minded interests with. You know, like if you hate dogs, don't go to a dog course and try and meet people. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be right for you. So just sort of find something that you're interested in. you will meet people, you'll have a good time, and it will just all flow nicely. You know, and there's no harm in, you know, meeting new people and making new friends and all of that kind of stuff. But you know, that's a way to meet people. It takes effort. Like if you don't have like a good warm market or people that you think you can sponsor with, you know, you need to do something like that to get out there and meet people, because you know you're not going to meet them inside your house. You know, book market stalls, chicks at the flicks with the movies. You know, there are loads of different ways to get out there. Stalls at the gym, you know, if you are into that. There's, you know, and I love those. But you know, you'll never run out of ways to meet people if you're tuned into it, you know, and the universe will throw people at you as well once you're open and you feel confident and you're ready as well. But you do have to make that effort. You do have to meet them halfway. So personal development is just so important. Yeah, just don't underestimate the importance of it. Like, yeah, when your mindset is right, you will notice opportunities that you may not otherwise have noticed. Like, things will just come your way, and it is crazy how it works. But once you are on the right mindset, they just come to you. And you know, you'll look at your phone and you'll have someone saying, oh my God, like I was just thinking about joining the business, or hey, I was looking at doing the 30 days. You're like, where did that come from? And it just all starts to come in all of a sudden. You're like, holy shit, I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm just going to ride this wave. And it happens. So, you know, just go with your PD, and you may not happen straight away, but just stick with it and it will come. Like, your PD is just so important, and it just makes you feel good too. And it's not even just Arbonne, it's just being able to deal with life. And, you know, when people annoy you and things happen. So all of that. One of the things that one of the books I'm reading at the moment is Get Rich Lucky Bitch. And it's a really good book. So there's a couple of little things in there that she tells you to do. You know, she tells you, use the law of attraction, whether or not you believe in it, just try it. So, for example, the password on your phone, is it just a pointless number, or does it mean something? So I've changed mine to my QV goal, because she said subconsciously you are typing that number in, unless you've got Face ID, but you are typing that number in every single day. So, you know, make it mean something. Put in your QV goal, or put in, you know, so you like, if it's, well, for mine's 100,000. So I've got 100,000 now. You all know my password. But you know what I mean? So every time you have to type that in, you know, I had, when I was going region, on my car, on the steering wheel, I had the number. On my fridge, I still have a QV number on there as well, because those are places I spend a lot of time. So, and it's constantly putting it in your line of sight, you know. On the bottom of my computer, I need to put another one up, but I have my QV typed out and written there, that my goal, so that I see it all the time. So it's that constant reminder. So that was one little thing she did. And on your computer, she said, like, change your passcode to like 6 figures if you want to earn a 6-figure income. Just little things like that. So it's just little reminders. And another thing that she said, and this is quite cool, is if you're trying to attract money into your life, every single day, and I do this, I've started doing this on my phone, just write down little money wins that you have, whether it be you find 5 cents in the street, just type down 5, because you're finding money. So the universe doesn't always know, you know, unless you're very specific. Like if you say, I just want to, you know, have all this extra money, like you might start finding money, or just write down your little wins. Someone could pay for your coffee, put it down. You may find $10 in the back of your jeans pocket, write it down. You know, all these little things. When the girls and I went out with my friend Rory to the wildlife park, he's like, oh, I'll pay Dudley, and he paid for all of us. And I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, that's a win. You know, put it in the phone. Just, you know, by basically what you focus on, you bring more into your life. So if you are like, oh my God, I've got all these bills and I'm stressed and I've got no money, and oh my God, all this kind of crap, you know, you're bringing more of that into your life. So what this does is it changes your focus, so that you are focusing on all the money that is coming to you in abundance, and you create more abundance. So that is her thing. Just give it a try. You know, it can't hurt. It's, you know, it's not like you're going to have hours worth of work every single day, but it might take you 5 minutes at the end of the day, or just when it happens throughout the day. So that, you know, you might get a little email that says, oh, you've won $50 voucher, or whatever it is. You know, you might find old vouchers that you've got. So just put it in your phone, and just, yeah, it's a little practice that she's given us. Now, the merry moments. So you guys will have seen these merry moments, and I didn't see Danielle touch on this before. The merry moments that are being released over the next 10 weeks, just be aware that not all of them are for preferred clients in my mind. So as they come out, not all of them are going to appeal to all of your clients. So I wouldn't reach out to your PCs with all of them. You can absolutely put them on your social media. But if you're doing single reach outs, like if we've got a good deal like the swap box, I will personally message my good PCs and be like, oh my God, have you seen blah, blah, blah. But some of these, like one week, it is the Arbonne canisters. Now, not every Arbonne preferred client wants Arbonne canisters. Consultants will want Arbonne canisters, but I don't think your PCs might be jumping up and down going, oh, buy me some canisters. So, you know, like you probably don't want to reach out to them about something like that unless they're Arbonne crazy and they want them. But so just, I guess what I'm saying is use your discretion with what you're reaching out to them, because you don't want to be trying to sell your clients things all the time. So if it's something amazing and you think that would suit them, by all means, reach out. But yeah, just don't bombard them, you know, if it is something that you think might be more suitable to a consultant. So just use your discretion on that. And then the other thing is, when we are talking about, you know, when you're thinking about offering this business to people, and Kelly, I was talking to you about this the other day, I just wanted you guys to remember, like, I know that you're not obviously at the VP level yet, but, you know, obviously it's something that most of you are aiming to get to. But when you're too scared to offer this business to someone, you are making it about you. You are making it about how you feel. You are making it about the fact that you feel uncomfortable. So I want you to try and just think of it as, you know, you're offering them something. If they don't want it, they don't have to have it, but it's not actually about you. Like, you don't know their situation. You don't know if they go to bed at night stressing about the bills. You don't know if they're sitting there thinking, shit, how are we going to pay next year's school fees? Or how are we going to pay the high school fees? Like, you don't know their situation. I would never, you know, go around telling everyone my financial issues. I would put a smile on my face and I'd be my normal self. So no one would know if I had, you know, issues going on. So other people are exactly the same. You don't know what their situation is. Now, you have something here that can help. It can change their lives. It can be small or it can be big. But by not offering it to them, you're making it about you. You're making it about how you feel. If you offer it to them and they don't want it, that's totally okay. You move on to the next person. That is not a problem. But, you know, it's just, it's basically, you're not doing them any service by not offering it to them. So I just want you to, you know, try and switch your head around that. Even for mums with small children, okay, some might not be ready to work. Some could be sitting there with bloody postnatal depression, absolutely tearing their hair out because they're stuck with their kids all day and they've got no adults to talk to. Like, you don't know. And we've got this amazing community of women that they can be a part of, but you're too scared to offer it to them in case, you know, you look like a dick or you feel uncomfortable. You know, you're making it about you again. Like, why would you not offer it to them and let them find out whether or not, you know, they want to be a part of it? So you're taking the decision away from them. So I really want you to try and switch your thought pattern around that, because yeah, it really is really important. And I know if Danielle hadn't have, you know, offered this to me, my life would look so different now. And I'm so grateful that she didn't give up on me when I said no initially and said, I don't think it's for me. So, you know, it just really is important that you know, you switch your mindset around asking people to take a look at this business. And if you're new and you feel like you don't really know what to say, all you're asking is for them to take a look at it and they can speak to your upline or your sponsor. So yeah, that's really important. And the other thing is, I love this coffee analogy. So, you know, if you're in a coffee shop and you go around and you're offering people coffee, if someone says no to your coffee, you don't burst into tears and think that they hate you and they think you're an idiot and why did you offer them coffee? You should never have done that. No, you go on to the next person and offer them coffee. It is exactly the same thing. Not everyone wants coffee. Not everyone wants to do Arbonne, and that is okay. We're looking for the people that want the coffee and want the Arbonne. So just really don't, you know, I want you to try and sort of get your head around that. Did you like that one, Melissa? Did you like my coffee analogy? I can see you nodding along to that one. But it's so true, you know, so it's easy to get caught up in your own head. So I just wanted to share that with you. And what else have I got in here? So for those of you that are in Perth, we have a Tuesday night event. That is at the Ascot on the Water. Now, let's see, Georgia. So Georgia, obviously you are over east, and I think we've got some people from New Zealand, which is why we're going to start sort of doing these calls at different times. So for you guys are going to have to be the trailblazers over there. We will find things for you guys to hook into, but it is a global business and we are expanding every single day and we are getting more and more people, you know, in New Zealand and over east. So obviously we will find people for you to link arms with. But the best thing you can possibly do is grow a team. So you've got your own crew over there of people to do this with, so that you have, you know, like-minded people that you can learn together and do this with. So that is my biggest tip to you. You're going to have to be the trailblazer and, you know, be the one that's like, okay, let's do this together. And, you know, and because even Amy, like Amy, you're quite far away from us, so you don't get to come to everything. And, you know, like it's everyone, it is a global business and people are going to be all over the place, and we really do want to focus on that globalization as well, and not just, you know, we've got to start thinking outside of Perth. So Tuesday night we do have our Christmas event on for those that are here, and the last thing, make sure that you get people along to that, because it is a really great sponsoring tool for people to be able to see our culture and, you know, be a part of what we have, and it will be absolutely amazing. So I am very much looking forward to that. And we have got, how many weeks left? We've got like a 10, 11, 12, 13 days or something left in October. So you guys have got so much time to make the most of this $0 sponsoring. Like, there is so much time. Your business by the end of this year, I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, the numbers can jump so quickly. If you find a few people to sponsor, like, don't think about one, think about 5. Like, the beauty of having so many people underneath you and doing the business is that if one drops away or one doesn't do what they said they're going to do, it doesn't matter, because you've got other people, so you're not focused on one person. So yeah, you really just need to practice your asks, you know, get on there, get sponsoring. This is the great tool that we have with the $0 sign up, so really make the most of that. You know, just say to people, I wanted to reach out, I wanted to talk to you, you know, we've got this $0 sign up this month. You know, have you ever thought about doing something like this? I have no idea if it's a fit for you or not. But, you know, are you open to having a look? It is that simple. And then shut up. Don't talk. Don't spew arbon. Don't say anything else. Just literally ask if they are interested. So you can imagine one of the first things I did was just spew arbon all over everyone, because I was so excited. That's just me in a nutshell. Like, oh my God, it's amazing. People were like, wow. So, you know, that's just me. But, you know, you learn. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to let you go. I've got to go get my dinner in the oven. Does anyone have questions before I sign it off?
Sarah,
Yep.
with the party,
Yes.
on the 22nd, I'm bringing a friend who's interested in the business as well. Is that a time to have a chat too there?
Yes, definitely.
Or no?
Yeah, definitely. So, oh, I've lost my camera. Can you see me still?
I can see you, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I don't know what's happened there. But yeah, Danielle and I will be on the closing station, where we will be talking to people that want to process orders or sign up for the business.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we will absolutely be there for that.
Yep. All right, great.
Yep. So anyone else got any questions?
Nope.
No, all good? All right. Well, I can't actually see myself right now, so I don't know what's happened there. But I will let you guys go. Thank you so much for jumping on. And yeah, I will see some of you on Tuesday night. Go and smash it, guys. And just reach out to me if you've got any questions about anything at all. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks.
See you. Thanks, Sarah.
See you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. Bye. Bye.
Thanks, Sarah.
See ya.